Hey Gleeks, it is Winky Gleek, and welcome to the 4th chapter of Until Today, my Lambs fanfiction. Trigger warning, there is angst in here, so for those who don't like that sort of topic, please, this is not the video for you. This will be in 2 parts because YouTube is still doing that thing where, oh yeah, you can't have the video more than 15 minutes. So anyway, without further ado, let's get into the video. Chapter 4, wait for it, Hamilton's perspective. I was so excited, I thought this day would never come. Elijah was finally mine. Our reception was the best, and I had had too many drinks. I failed to see you leave right after. You had tears strolling down both cheeks, and a frown hung below your nose. I knew our relationship would never be the same, but I had to let you go. You had a family, now so do I. I must protect it at all costs. I was finally married, just as you had wished, but I still believe your process was flawed because I didn't love you any less than I thought I would. After the reception, you, Lafayette, Mulligan, and I went out to party some more. I could barely walk straight. I may not live to see our glory, but I've seen wonders great and small, you gestured to me. I was uncontrollably smiling as you guys said, 'cause if the tomcat can get married, 'cause if Alexander can get married, you added, there's hope for our ass after all. I finally managed to stand up by myself after Hercules had let me go. I was making random hand gestures in the air for the dumbest reasons. Raise a glass to freedom, hey! Something you will never see again, no matter what she tells you. Hercules starts a dance line and you smile at me. Raise a glass to the 4 of us, to the newly not poor of us. I smile back as Burr enters the room. Laurens' perspective. You were so goddamn drunk. I barely believed you could actually stand, like a ghost kept you upright. I didn't think I could stand properly from how drunk I was. Burr finally decided to join us at the reception. We weren't very pleased with his presence, but you offered him to join us. Me, being so fucking drunk, I decided to interrupt your conversation. Well, I heard you got a special someone on the side, Burr. What you trying to hide, Burr? Burr's interruption perspective. He's calling me out about my affairs, yet he's drooling over a newly married man. Literally, fuck off, Laurens. We all know you love Hamilton. We accept it, but now's not the time. You're shit-faced. Go the hell away. Go home. Laurens' perspective. Hercules came to join me in pissing off Burr for absolutely no reason at all, but you pushed us away when all we were trying to do was have fun. That night, I went straight home. No detours. I didn't even say hello to Martha, or even go into the children's bedroom to hug and kiss them goodnight. I went straight to the bathroom and I looked myself in the mirror. Tear lines were snail slime down my cheeks, wrinkles grew bolder on my forehead, and my eyes were bloodshot from being out too late. I stripped down to just my ruffled shirt and trousers. I threw my coat down in anger and I slammed my fist on the countertop in front of the mirror. I wanted to just scream and shout in pain and sorrow. Then Martha knocked on the door outside. Honey, are you all right? How was the party? Did you say hello to Hamilton and the guys for me? Pushing away the tears and the messy hair, I tried to answer in a clear voice. I'm all right. I'm all good, dear. The guys are all right. I had too many drinks again. In that exact moment, I hurled in the toilet in frustration. I could hear her walking away and I began to puke and wallow some more. Again, I looked in the mirror. I was in horror of what I saw. Orange down my front, sullied feet, hair all in my face, and the scrunched face of a demon looking at me. I curled into a ball with a garbage bucket next to me and I began to sing quietly to myself. Alexander writes me a letter every day. He's keeping my heart warm even when Martha's away. I'm gonna be in South Carolina, trying to keep the loyalists in line. Even though Alexander's taken by Eliza, he's all mine. I go black singing, but the rhymes continue to ring. I hope love doesn't discriminate, because I'm a sinner, not a saint. It takes and it takes and it takes, and we keep living. Of course, I can't sing. But we keep loving anyway. We laugh and we cry and we break and we make our mistakes. And if there's a reason he's writing these lines, and so many have tried, then I'm willing to wait for it. I'm willing to wait for it. I drift off to sleep and wonder, when will my shop come? It'll come soon is all I know. Hamilton's perspective. Washington isn't responding to my letters. I'm writing all his letters to Congress, and Congress wants us to keep fighting back. No one will give us any supplies or food to keep us alive. Washington finally gives me some news. The cavalry's not coming. Sir, there's only one way to win this. We must attack during the midnight. We'll do this till they're weak and retreat, he replies with the plan. After our meeting, I learned that Mulligan had went back to New York to continue his work as a tailor. Lafayette asked for French aid, but he doesn't know if they've sent help, and Laurens, you and I continued to write essays against slavery. This strengthens our relationship, even though there's a heartbroken tension between us. Every day I asked Washington to command a battalion for once, and every day, no. But instead he promotes the son of a bitch, Charles Lee, even though he's not experienced or even that loyal to Washington. Yet Washington chooses him over me, or even you, unfair to say the least. In a result, he shot the bed at the Battle of Monmouth. Everyone attack, retreat, attack, retreat. By this time, Washington had had enough, but won't demote him. We barely make it to a stalemate as Lafayette took the lead. 1,000 soldiers died in 100-degree heat, but Charles Lee had had enough of being stepped on by us and dropped by Washington, and he had the audacity to say this about our general. Washington cannot be left alone with his devices. He's indecisive from crisis to crisis. The best thing he can do for the revolution is turn and go back to planting tobacco and Mount Vernon. Thank you for joining me here and reading the first part of Chapter 4. Later today, I will post Part 2 of Chapter 4. So, see you soon. Bye!